Hey guys, real quick, only 40% of our viewers are actually subscribed, so let's change that right now. Hit that subscribe button right below. Chargers 27, Titans 20. Chargers move to 6-3, AFC West. Titans fall to 1-8. Early pick 6.
Yep.
For the Titans. Punt return for a touchdown, Chimera DK. But other than that, Titans couldn't get much going offensively, and Chargers made a couple big plays in the pass game to get the victory.
Yeah, I mean, those are, two non-offensive touchdowns or huge plays. You're thinking those are the types of things that need to happen for a game like this to be an upset, and it still never really felt like it was likely to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless Herbert had imploded and had another couple of turnovers, it never really felt like it was in doubt. But it did make the game at least competitive for a much longer period of time than you thought it would be.
Yeah, so a couple stories come out of this. I thought, one of the reasons I thought Tennessee kept it close, they did a nice job rushing the passer. They don't have great man-for-man pass rushers. They've got some solid players, but they've done a nice job. They did a nice job in this game, at least, collapsing the offensive line. I wrote both teams had several just no-chance plays from the offensive line. And that, I thought, helped keep the Titans in this game. Sacked Herbert, 5 times in this one?
Yeah, well, the Chargers, of course, went back
6
to
times.
Having that, offensive line riddled by injuries. Joe Alt has one of the most ridiculous, you hear all the time about offensive linemen getting rolled up on.
Yeah.
Joe Alt had a body launch its way into the back of his legs, coming from absolutely nowhere. Like the other side of the formation, a guy gets like a shove in the back and just torpedoes into Joe Alt's legs from behind. Poor guy had no shot whatsoever of seeing it coming. I'm not saying it's a dirty play, like he got shoved on the way of doing it, but when you saw it initially, you're like, where did that guy even come from? Like, it's not a case of, sometimes you see the sort of the pass rushers and the offensive tackles, like they both sort of circle the pocket and end up meeting in the middle on the backside. This wasn't that. Joe Alt's just like blocking his guy, and then a body just launches from nowhere at his legs, takes him out. So all of a sudden, we've been talking about the difference that Joe Alt makes to this offensive line simply by himself. I mean, he's back out of the lineup. You're back into, Jamari Sawyer out there. It's just, it's a problem when you have that group without Joe Alt in there. And, even a team like Tennessee that doesn't have the best pass rush in the NFL can cause problems in that situation.
Yeah, so that's where I've got some concerns about the Chargers here going forward. They've got the Steelers next week at home. They've got the Jags.
And that's a much tougher ask.
Yes. You've got the Chiefs, in a rematch. They got the Eagles in a few weeks. Chargers are sitting here at 6-3. I think they're a very good team, shown some weakness against better teams in recent weeks. They beat the Chiefs way back in week 1, beat the Broncos in week 3, right? They pulled off some important wins early in the season, but second half of the season without Joe Alt, already lost Rashawn Slater, of course, at the beginning of the season. It could be a challenge. I think they've got the pass catchers now to offset it. You still got big plays from Arondé Gadsden. What an absolute dime from Justin Herbert to Quentin Johnston for a touchdown in there as well. So maybe you can offset it by getting rid of the ball quickly, getting the ball to guys who are getting open. But the offensive line is going to be a concern here, I think, for the Chargers.
Yeah, the interception was sort of uncharacteristically bad by Justin Herbert, but overall, I thought he looked really good in the game.
Was that a miscommunication too?
It could have been. That would explain why a guy that typically doesn't make those types of plays made it. But Herbert overall, I thought looked really good in the game, and he's been so good scrambling. Like he's so hard to stop, to bottle up and contain. We saw that in recent weeks where he's able to individually just negate whatever defense is being deployed by his scrambling ability, his ability to contain, break the pocket. And pick, I mean, he was their leading rusher in the game, as well as what he was doing passing the ball.
Yeah, Herbert had a 29-yarder that set up another touchdown, his own 1-yard scramble for a touchdown. He did a really nice job with his legs. When Herbert is healthy, you're right. It's like I think he had a 70-yarder at Oregon early in his career, where it was like, yeah, this is the type of speed and arm strength and everything that the NFL is looking for.
And the only worry is,
and you're seeing it this year.
How long does he stay healthy with an offensive line that
Right.
keeps getting banged up and injured and down to the backups? Like, you worry for that just the worse that offensive line gets seems to just be putting on a clock the amount of healthy Justin Herbert we're going to get. But healthy Justin Herbert is phenomenal and a huge difference maker.
For the Titans, again, I thought they played hard defensively, kept it close. We'll see if they end up doing anything at the trade deadline today or tomorrow. Cam Ward finishes with 12 completions, but also sacked 4 times. It's just another typical, like, there were some good throws in there. Found Iomanner over the middle. Nice throw to Gunnar Helm that was caught. Just not consistent offense from the Titans, and I don't know how much we're learning from Cam Ward right now, or about Cam Ward.
I know. We get there's a couple of plays every game where it's really nice. It looks great. But there's a couple of weird plays every game as well, whether it's dropping the football randomly or whether there was a play here where it just came out of his hand funky and dropped like 5 yards short of its intended target. You're like, what? I don't understand what happened in this play.
Yeah. So anyway, just looking for some semblance of consistency from the Titans. It might be a challenge right now. I thought their offensive line got beat up a little bit. They've been up and down, I would say, this year, the Titans' offensive line. I know the sack total is high for Cam Ward, but a lot of that is on him. I'm curious about Kevin Zeitler at right guard for teams that might, Lions, could probably use a guard again. Zeitler going back, I saw Ben Solak potentially suggest that. Seahawks maybe if they wanted to go. Upgrade at right guard. I wonder if Zeitler is another guy that could be available for the Titans, but you also don't want to lose a veteran that's in front of Cam Ward at this time of the year.
Rent a lineman.
Yeah. There's just not many linemen available.
Scott Matlock with you gotta love anytime you get the comedy 300-pound fullback / defensive tackle touchdown, gotta love it.
Beautiful thing. Herbert to Matlock touchdown. So Chargers 6-3. They got the Steelers next week. Sunday Night Football should be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video.
Check the Mic is live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a video.
You heard the man. Subscribe.